A clear sky bodes well for tonight. Do you have a favorite constellation? I've always been partial to Pegasus. A clear sky bodes well for tonight. The apocalypse probably set us back a century in extraterrestrial relations. At least I hope it did. God forbid they see it as a chance to invade. The tightrope of life, never look down. Do you have a favorite constellation? I've always been partial to Pegasus.
Okay, we have the mother of all builds challenge to achieve right now for Fallout 76. My Mr. Jaye, that's Jaye character. I'm about to revamp him and make him the ultimate explosive fighter.
Sounds like a fantastic plan to turn Mr. Jaden into the ultimate explosive fighter in Fallout 76.
It's Jaye.
Got it. So the character's name is Jaye.
No, it's Mister and then Jaye, Mr. J. But the thing is, I don't want to use launchers because in my dream that I was the Joker, we relied on demolitions.
Got it. My apologies for the mix-up. It's Mr. J,
Do you
and
have
we're
a
building
favorite
him as the
constellation?
ultimate explosive
I've always
fighter,
been partial to
specifically
Pegasus.
focusing on demolitions like grenades and mines, avoiding launchers. Fantastic concept, especially with the Joker inspiration. Chaos and explosion?
Hold on, before we get into anything specific, if I have to go for launchers that for maximum damage, but I'd really
Clear
like it
sky
if I
bodes
could
well
do
for
it without
tonight.
it. But let's work. Let's work.
You've hit on a crucial point for a pure demolition build in Fallout 76, Mr. J. It's control and
Do you
area
have a
denial.
favorite
You'll excel
constellation?
at clearing out
I've
groups of
always been
enemies and
partial to
locking down
Pegasus.
areas with mines. Opening salvos. Grenades are fantastic for initiating combat with a bang, softening up enemies before you switch to a primary weapon. Environmental damage. Creating spectacles and blowing up everything around you.
Constellations are funny
Let's
things.
work with your preference.
Patterns
No launchers.
project upon
We'll
things
focus
that
on
predate
maximum.
us.
Hold on, I don't want to commit to a no launcher because I remember the iconic DC Universe Online opening trailer. He had a missile launcher, and if I had to use that, I wouldn't be mad. But I'd really love the demolitions chaos without the launcher out front, you know. But let's work. I'm open.
A clear sky bodes well for tonight.
That's an excellent clarification, Mr. J. I completely understand. The DC Universe Online trailer's Joker with a missile launcher is iconic, and it's smart to keep that option open for maximum impact, even if your heart is
When
with the
rocking
pure
a tightrope
demolitions
of life,
chaos.
never look
This is a
down.
fantastic approach. We'll build Mr. J to be primarily a demolitions expert with grenades and mines, but with the flexibility to pick up a missile launcher or auto-grenade launcher when the situation demands, without having to completely respec. This means we'll blend the best of both worlds. Hybrid explosive build for Mr.
Do
J,
you have a favorite
demolitions and
constellation?
launches
I've
when
always
needed.
been partial
Here's
to
how we'll
Pegasus.
construct the ultimate explosive fighter, balancing your love for chaos with the raw power of heavy launchers. 1. SPECIAL allocation, revised for flexibility. This will be slightly different to accommodate heavy weapons. Strength high, essential for both Ordnance Express, grenade mine weight, and bear arms, heavy weapon weight, if you carry a launcher. Also crucial for melee if you want a last resort option. Aim for 12 to 15 plus. Perception high, still critical for demolition expert and fire in the hole. 9 to 15. Endurance medium high. Fireproof is a must. Extra HP for survivability, 6 to 9. Charisma, flexible, for tenderizer, damage buff for enemies if playing in a team or just for vending/social perks. 3 to 6. Intelligence high, demolition expert is here. Also important for crafting.
A clear
Repairs,
sky bodes well for
gunsmith,
tonight.
armorer, power patcher if using power armor, and stabilized if you use power armor with launchers. 9 to 15. Agility high, grenadier is non-negotiable.
Easy feeling
Action
when
boy,
thinking
girl for
about
AP,
abductions.
and adrenaline for overall
Like I
damage.
eaten a part of
9 to 15. Note on special. You'll have 56 points at max level, 50 base plus 6 from legendary perks. This allows for very high core stats. 2. E-perk cards, the core of chaos. These are the absolute essentials for both aspects of the build. Perception. Demolition expert 5/5. Your primary damage booster for all explosive damage. Grenades, mines, legendary explosive weapons, launchers.
When
Fire in the hole.
tightrope of life,
3/3.
never look down.
Invaluable for precise grenade throws, especially over cover or at range. Strength. Ordnance Express, 3/3. Reduces grenade and mine weight by 90%. Crucial for carrying an arsenal. Bear arms, 3/3. Reduces heavy gun weight by 90%. This is the key for carrying a missile launcher or AGL without being constantly over-encumbered. Bandolier, 3/3. If you use a ballistic non-explosive weapon like an explosive handmade, this saves a lot of ammo weight. Intelligence. Stabilized, 3/3. If you use power armor with your missile launcher or AGL, this perk is an enormous damage and accuracy boost for heavy weapons. It makes launchers viable as a primary damage source. Agility. Grenadier, 2/2. Doubles the radius of all explosions. Grenades, mines, launcher explosions, legendary explosive weapons. Unbelievably powerful. Action boy girl, 3/3. Faster AP regeneration, useful for throwing more grenades or vatsing.
I never understood the
Adrenaline,
appeal of
5/5.
coffee.
Up to plus
Tea is
60%
by far
damage
the
after
superior
kills.
of the two.
With explosions, you'll be chaining kills and benefiting constantly. Endurance. Fireproof. 3/3. Take 45% less damage from explosions, including your own, and flame attacks. You will blow yourself up, this saves your life. Luck. Bloody mess. 3/3. A universal 15% damage increase. 1 gun army, 3/3. For heavy guns, including launchers, adds a chance to stagger and cripple limbs. Great for controlling big threats. 3. Legendary perks, level 50 plus power. Legendary SPECIAL perks maximize intelligence, perception, agility, and strength to fit all your desired perks. Explosive expertise, intelligence, if available. A new one in PTS, potentially a direct boost to explosive damage. Keep an eye on this. Far-flung fireworks, luck. Enemies killed with a non-explosive weapon have a chance to explode. More chaos. What rads? Endurance. If you're not running a full-bloodied build, this is fantastic for passively removing radiation. Taking one for the team, charisma. When on a team, enemies who attack you take more damage from your team. Excellent for boss fights. Electric absorption. Strength. If using power armor, gives a chance to convert energy damage to health and recharge fusion cores. 4. Weapon strategy. Primary launcher. Optional, but available. 2-shot auto grenade launcher, AGL. The king of explosive spam. Devastating for crowds and even bosses. Benefits immensely from stabilized NPA and demolition expert. 2-shot missile launcher with quad barrel mod. For that iconic Joker look and heavy single target explosive damage. Also benefits from stabilized. Demolition secondary/primary. Legendary explosive E. Prefix weapons. As discussed, a 2-shot explosive TSE or anti-armor explosive AAE. Fixer handmade combat shotgun minigun. With the explosive effect, not the legendary effect, will be excellent. These
If
fire
only
regular
the
bullets, but also
target
deal explosive
skyscrapers
damage
and
that
only
benefits from your
skyscrapers,
demolition expert and
it might
grenadier.
almost be a
Crucially,
net
the
gain.
legendary prefix of the weapon you are holding will apply its effect to your thrown grenades. For example, holding a bloodied explosive fixer at low health will boost the damage of your nuka grenade significantly. Throwable explosives. Nuka grenades, the undisputed king of throwable damage. You'll want to farm Nuka-Cola Quantum for these. Plasma grenades, strong alternative, especially for sustained damage over time with their fire effect. Cryo grenades, great for freezing troublesome enemies. Bottle cap mines, plasma mines, frag mines, for setting traps and area denial. 5. Power armor versus regular armor. Power armor PA recommended. Stabilized perk makes heavy weapons, launchers, incredibly accurate and armor piercing. High damage reduction. Can use the explosive resistance mod on pieces to further reduce self-damage. Overeater's power armor, amazing for damage reduction. Regular armor, e.g., unyielding for bloodied builds, allows for more agility and stealth, and if running low health, unyielding armor provides massive special boosts, which indirectly boosts damage. Requires more precise positioning to avoid self-damage. This approach gives Mr. J the ultimate flexibility. He can walk into any situation with a pocket full of nuka grenades, creating absolute havoc, and if he encounters a Scorch Beast Queen or a big boss, he can pull out that iconic missile launcher to finish the job with overwhelming force. What do you think of this hybrid approach? Does it strike the right balance for your vision of Mr. J? We can start fleshing out the SPECIAL points and perk cards in more detail from him.
I'm probably going to end up going with the grenade launcher, even though that's going to make Scorch Beast really hard to fight, because I like the idea of a pause before the explosion. And I don't want to use power armor. I have a really nice set that I will be using when I have to, but I really like the cosplay so people can see I'm Mr. J when I'm wearing my regular armor. So let's try to refine it with that in mind a little.
The other day, some scabber called me Toots.
Sounds like
What
a
does that
plan,
even
Mr.
mean?
J.
I
I
didn't
love
even
the
know how to
commitment to the
respond.
aesthetic. Forgoing power armor for the cosplay is a bold and stylish move, perfectly fitting for a chaotic demolitions expert. And that pause before the explosion from a grenade launcher? Chef's kiss for dramatic effect. So here's the refined build concept for Mr. J, focusing on non-power armor, primary demolitions with auto grenade launcher AGL as the main launcher of choice, and emphasizing that delightful explosive delay. Mr. J, the unarmored demolitions maestro. This build will maximize your explosive damage and utility while ensuring you're durable enough to survive without power armor, or while letting your fantastic cosplay shine through. 1. SPECIAL allocation. Note. Stats and defensive perks. Strength, 12 to 15 plus. Ordnance Express, 3. Essential for carrying tons of grenades and mines. Bare Arms, 3. Crucial for making your auto-grenade launcher lightweight. Bandolier, 3. If your non-launcher backup weapon uses ballistic ammo. Optional. Strong back for more carry weight. Or blocker. Melee damage reduction. Perception, 9 to 15. Demolition Expert, 5. Non-negotiable. Your primary damage multiplier for all explosives. Fire in the hole. 3. For precise grenade launcher shots and thrown grenades. Endurance, 9 to 15 plus. This is critical for survivability without power armor. Fireproof, 3. Reduces self-inflicted explosive damage and incoming flame damage. A must-have. Radical, 3. / ghoulish, 3. If you plan on running a bloodied low health build, Radical boosts strength while radiated. Ghoulish regenerates health from radiation. Life-giver, 4. Flat health boost. Very strong for non-PA builds. Optional. Chem resistant, if you use chems a lot. Adamantium skeleton.
One
Limb
thing I'm
crippling
sure
protection.
Alien would never say
Charisma,
is,
3 to 6.
take me to your leader. Rest assured, they don't need an escort.
So, optional. Reduces enemy damage. Inspirational XP boost. Intelligence, 6 to 9. Explosives expert, 5. Enough damage boost to explosive. Is higher priority. Nerd Rage, 3. If you run a low health bloody build, this is a massive boost to damage, AP regen, and damage resistance. Stabilized, 0. This perk only works in power, so we skip it. This means your ADL won't have the innate armor penetration, but its raw damage is still high. Optional. Scrapper, more junk for crafting. Hammersmith, super duper, for crafting more explosive rounds. Agility, 9 to 15 plus. Grenadier, 2. Doubles the radius of all your explosions, making your ADL, grenades and mines incredibly effective. Action Boy Girl, 3. Faster AP regen for bats or sprinting. Adrenaline, 5. Massive damage boost after kills, which you'll be getting a lot of. Dodgy, 3. Uses AP to reduce incoming damage. Essential for non-PA survivability, especially at low health. Evasive, 3. Flat damage resistance per agility point. Another great non-PA defensive perk. Luck, 9 to 15 plus. Bloody Mess, 3. Universal damage increase. Ricochet, 3. Attacks have a chance to deflect back at enemies. Another great non-PA defense. Serendipity, 3. For low health builds. Chance to avoid all damage. Crucial for bloodied. One gun army, 3. For heavy weapons like the ATL, the chance to stagger and cripple limbs. Great for control. Critical savvy, 3. / better criticals. 3. If you plan to use a VATS crit focused backup weapon, like a fixer with an explosive legendary effect. 2. Legendary perks. These are still your long-term goals for maximizing potential. SPECIAL perks. Max out strength, endurance, and agility first to fit all those defensive and weight reduction perks. Then focus on perception and far-flung fireworks luck. Enemies killed with a non-explosive weapon have a chance to explode, spreading more chaos. What rads? Endurance. Excellent passive rad removal if you're not going for a bloody build. Explosive expertise. Intelligence. If it makes it to live servers. This could be a game changer for pure explosive damage. 3. Weapon strategy. Primary launcher. Auto grenade launcher. ATL. This is your main gun. The 2-shot legendary prefix is highly desirable as it fires an extra projectile, effectively doubling your explosive output per shot, though with a slight accuracy penalty. Mods. Always use the heavy barrel for improved accuracy and range. Backup/demolition support weapon. You'll need a reliable ballistic or energy weapon for when enemies get too close, or you need sustained fire. Look for an explosive E, legendary effect on a fixer, handmade, combat shotgun, or LMG. This effect adds explosive damage to each bullet, which is then boosted by your demolition expert, and benefits from Grenadier. Crucially, the legendary prefix of the weapon you are holding will apply its effects to your thrown grenades. So, a blooded explosive fixer held in hand will make your nuka grenades hit harder at low health, nor use and area denial. Cryo grenades, excellent for freezing dangerous targets. Mines, bottle cap, plasma and frag mines, for setting traps and funneling enemies. 4. Armor and defenses, non-power armor. Legendary armor prefixes. Unyielding, if bloodied. The gold standard for low health builds, giving massive special boosts. Each piece grants +3 to all special, except endurance, when low on health. Overeaters. Reduces incoming damage per food/drink buff. Excellent for full health builds. Sentinel. If standing still, reduces damage by 75%. Cavalier. If sprinting, reduces damage by 75%. Vanguard. High damage / energy resistance at full health. Armor mods. Dense mod, chest piece. Reduces explosive damage taken. Essential. Asbestos lining, chest piece. Provides fire resistance. Buttress mod. Maximize physical / energy resistance on all pieces. Ultralight mods. Reduce weight. Mutation. For survivability and damage. Adrenal reaction. For bloodied. More weapon damage at low health. Marsupial. Crucial for mobility and getting a good vantage point for AGL shots or grenade throws. Bird bones. Reduces full speed. Useful with marsupial. Speed demon. Faster movement and reload. Scaly skin. More DRER but reduces AP. Balance this carefully. Talons / twisted muscles. If you incorporate any melee for close quarters backup. This refined setup ensures Mr. J can unleash explosive chaos with his AGL and massive grenade collection, all while showing off that incredible cosplay. You'll be a walking demolition derby, able to handle most threats with a satisfying boom. How does this refined vision for Mr. J sound to you? Are there any specific areas we should focus on next, like detailed SPECIAL point distribution examples, or crafting specific grenades?
I don't have but 3 legendary perks, and I just equipped the bare minimum to each stat you told me, and I was still short when it came to luck. I only had like 6 points.
If you get lost out there in the wasteland,
This is super
you can
helpful,
always
Mr.
use the
J.
sky as a
Knowing your
map.
current legendary
Winds
perk
may
status,
change,
only 3
but the
equipped,
North Star
and that you're
will
hitting a
never
wall with
lose
luck
you
at 6
astray.
points, gives us a much clearer picture. We need to work with your current limitations and build towards the ideal. Here's how we'll adjust the plan for Mr. J, focusing on immediate impact with your current legendary perk limitations, and making sure your core explosive power is there. Mr. J.
Factor in that I can equip any legendary perks you desire in case I need to increase something.
Excellent. This is the kind of flexibility that truly builds a legendary character like Mr. J. Knowing we can equip any legendary, create the absolute optimal unarmored demolitions maestro, ready for any challenge and any cosplay. Let's refine this to perfection, focusing on maximizing that glorious pause before the explosion from the AGL and throwing grenades, while making you as resilient as possible without power armor. With TTU's legendary special perks, we can allocate more base points to key stats and then boost them further. Strength, 15 base, plus legendary STR4 asterisk equals 19. Ordnance Express, 3. Must have for grenade mine weight. Bare arms, 3. Essential for ADL weight. Bandolier, 3. If your backup weapon uses ballistic ammo, highly recommended. Blocker, 3. Reduces incoming melee damage by 45%. Crucial for non-PA survival. Remaining 7 points. Strong back for more carry weight, or incisor if you carry a melee weapon. Perception, 15 base plus legendary PF4 asterisk equals 19. Demolition Expert, 5. Your primary explosive damage multiplier. Fire in the hole, 3. For precision with AGL and thrown grenades. Remaining 11 points. If you use a rifle / commando backup, you can put 9 points into expert / master rifle commando. 3-star perks for significant weapon damage, and 2 for concentrated fire, for fast headshots if desired, or simply keep them flexible for other utility perks like Green Thumb, for foraging,
I love
endurance,
when you
9 to 12 base plus legendary
watching the
N4
lights
asterisk
streak
equals
across the
13 to
canvas of the
16.
stars is
Crucial for non-PA
positively
survivability.
romantic.
Fireproof, 3. Reduces self-inflicted explosive and flame damage. Non-negotiable. Life Giver, 4. Significant flat health increase. Radical, 3. If you opt for a bloodied build, massively boosts carry weight at low health. Remaining points. Can be put into Ghoulish if bloodied and want rad healing, or chem resistant. Charisma, 6 to 9 base. Enderizer, 3. Makes enemies take more damage from all sources after you hit them. Excellent. Suppressor, 3. Reduces damage output of enemies you hit. Great defensive perk. Remaining points. Inspirational, XP boost. Or Travel Agent. Fast travel cost. Intelligence, 15 base plus legendary INT 4 asterisk equals 19. Nerd Rage, 3. If bloodied. Massive damage. AP regen and DR boost at low health. Gunsmith, 5. For repairing and modding your AGL and backup weapon. Hammersmith, 2. And Super Duper, 3. For crafting more AGL rounds and nuka grenades. Remaining 6 points. Explosives Expert, 5. If you want another direct damage boost, though Demolition Expert is superior. This allows you to stack more explosive perks. Agility, 15 base plus legendary AGI 4 asterisk equals 19. Grenadier 2, doubles explosion radius. Essential for AGL and grenades. Action Boy Girl 3, faster AP regen for dodgy and sprinting. Adrenaline 5, up to plus 60% damage after kills. With AGL and grenades, you'll constantly proc this. Dodgy 3, uses AP to reduce incoming damage by 30%. Crucial for non-PA survivability. Evasive 3, adds flat damage resistance, DRER based on your agility, up to 45 with 15 AGI. Excellent for non-PA. Remaining 3 points. Flexible, can go into sneak, if you want to open with a food/drink weight. Luck, 15 base plus legendary LCK4 asterisk equals 19. This is where we...
Do you think since I am level... Let's see. Do you think since I'm level 46... and I don't have but a few of these cards that you mentioned, do you think I should re-roll a new character and just grind the robot and try to... I have to destroy my camp to do that. But I don't like the idea of that post-level 50 still trying to get the perk cards when I've seen I can have them all around level 50. I've done it if I focus on the build.
That's an excellent question, Mr. J, and a very common dilemma for Fallout 76 players, especially around the level 50 mark. Short answer: no, you absolutely do not need to re-roll a new character. You can completely transform Mr. J into the ultimate unarmored demolitions maestro without starting over. Here's why, and how you can approach it. 1. Punch card machines are your best friend, post level 25. Since a major update, Fallout 76 introduced punch card machines. You can find them at every train station, the Rusty Pick, or build one for free in your CAMP, under crafting. At these machines, you can freely reallocate all of your SPECIAL points whenever you want, for free.